Man, you know, guys, just when you think I'm not gonna upload a video, I go to bed last night, I wake up this morning, I do my normal chores, take my kids to school, come home looking at clientele stuff, clients that want programs to be redone and updated and all that good stuff, custom plans for some of my clients. And a lot of you guys that's subbing to me are actively letting me know, hey, talk about this topic, you know, or your favorite YouTuber that, you know, I made my name off of because I roast or this, that, then drop the video. Well, today, Geekdom dropped a video. Actually, it was a few hours ago, discussing the controversial relationship between Trunks and Mai. Now, the reason why I'm reviewing this particular video, and it's not a roast video, is simply because in my live stream when we reviewed his video of him giving insight about if the new Dragon Ball Super manga, the arc that we're in, the superhero prelude arc, is that arc really, you know, failing and all that good stuff. And we reviewed it and we didn't criticize and we didn't roast him. We were actually pleasantly surprised that he actually was honest. Now, so with that being said, he drops this video. And some of you guys point out in my comment section that, hey, that's, you know, confirmation that Geekdom do watch your videos. And, you know, you don't have to say my name. But it's nice to know that a small little channel like me is getting recognized by huge channels like Geekdom. And yes, some of my most watched videos are on Geekdom. Whether I'm roasting him or I'm actually giving him credit, those are some of my most popular videos. Second in line would be Leo and Longevity. Third in line would be The Great Do Sets of the World. And then my car and blah, blah, blah. So I know what videos bring me views. But a lot of you guys that are sub to me and Geekdom would love me to criticize him and not so much roast him. So that's what we're doing today. Going to give insight and see how does Geekdom feel about the relationship between Trunks and Mai. Now, me, I gave my opinion. Oh, and let me correct myself. Bulma is younger than Vegeta. I always assumed she was older based on how she was in Dragon Ball and then how the Broly movie kind of showed us that Goku's still a kid. You know, all that good stuff with Bardock. Said his farewells to Goku. You see Vegeta and Nappa and Raditz on the other planet when the planet Vegeta got hit with the asteroid and blah, 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 blah. Well, when Frieza killed all the Saiyans on planet Vegeta and blah, 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 blah. And it wasn't that many years after that that Bulma found Goku and, you know, the story, you can pretty much put two and two together. But apparently Vegeta is a year older than Bulma. So yes, I was wrong. I thought maybe Bulma was about 4 or 5 years older than Vegeta. But it is what it is. Now, when it comes down to Trunks and Mai, Trunks gets some old puss. That's just what it is. So let's listen to Geekdom's video. We're going to break it down. The video is 19 minutes long. I'm not going to listen to the whole entire thing. I will link his video down in my description. You guys can go check it the fuck out. Let's see if Geekdom going to be real with himself and not defend this crap, because honestly, yeah, Japan got different laws and it's different age consents and shit over there. But the Japanese have a fucking funny way when it comes to writing anime. So let's listen to Geekdom's input on this. Let's go.
One of the more topics of controversy in modern Dragon Ball has been the relationship, or whatever you want to call it, of Trunks and Mai. And I want to discuss this here on this video, the controversy behind the Trunks and Mai ship. When it comes to the shipping community, I've known some people in that community, but I personally don't really engage in it. Okay. It's not really something that I talk too much about when it comes to Dragon Ball, even though I do talk about many different topics with regards to Dragon Ball. But when it comes to the Trunks and Mai thing, known by the shippers as True Mai, this is something that has sparked up a debate lately when it comes to the recent events of the Dragon Ball Super manga. Let's go back a bit, though, and talk about where this whole thing started. Okay. This whole Trunks and Mai situation began really as a one-note joke in the Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods movie that came out now 10 years ago.
Oh, man, a decade. God damn, I'm old.
In the film, we find out that the Pilaf gang, Pilaf, Mai, and Shu from the original Dragon Ball series, the first villains that into somehow wish for themselves to become children again.
Yep.
This was later explained in a Toyotaro one-shot, manga bonus page. It was like 2 pages that discussed that at some point during the Android saga, the Pilaf gang did successfully gather the Dragon Balls and wish for themselves to be younger, but it seemed to have backfired quite a bit on them. But nonetheless, in the Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods film, there's like a joke in there where Mai is holding Trunks up and Trunks is like, your chest is touching me.
Okay.
And basically, the implication is that Trunks began to develop a crush or something like that on Mai, because of course Trunks looks at Mai, doesn't know anything about the events that happened before he was born, has never seen the Pilaf gang before, knows nothing. Bulma didn't tell him anything apparently, and so he starts to develop a childlike crush on her.
Okay. So to sum it all up so far, Trunks, Kid Trunks, in the present, is falling in love with Mai in the present, not knowing how old Mai was because of a stupid risk that Pilaf and them did. And it kind of plays off the GT with Goku, when Goku wished to become a kid, even though Pilaf is the reason why Goku reverted back to being a kid. It's like they're paying homage in so many ways. GT is fucking just crazy that can nobody see that they're just trying to tell people, hey, forget about GT, what if. But yes, that is indeed true. The Pilaf gang made a ill-advised wish, and Shenron did, Shenlong or Shenron, whatever you want to call him, did what he did and turned them into kids. But that shouldn't affect the age. It shouldn't affect their actual ages, because in GT, when Goku reverted to being a kid, it didn't affect his actual age. He's a grown-ass man in a kid's body. The same with mine them. So it's nice that he is painting a picture going back to the Battle of the Gods, which is, good Lord, a decade ago. Fuck shit. And give it insight. Because, yes, that was a joke in the Battle of the Gods when she had a gun up to Trunks' head and he's like, hey, your chest is touching me, blah, blah, blah. And then Trunks played along like it was a play, blah, blah, blah. So let's get back to it.
He's a child, so ultimately this joke, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a little dumb joke, and I don't think that Toriyama and Yusuke Watanabe, the writers of Battle of Gods, I don't think that they meant anything more than that.
I don't know, man. Toriyama got some lolly issues, I think.
Then flash forward to 2016 when Dragon Ball Super introduces the Trunks arc, aka the Goku Black arc, and we find out that in future Trunks' timeline, not only did Mai survive the androids, but she's actually the leader of the freedom fighters that are battling Goku Black.
Now, it shouldn't come as a surprise that she survived, because like we all know, the present day Trunks is the reason why the future Trunks is still alive, because the present day Trunks hasn't died. So for the future Mai to still be alive, that means the present day Mai is indeed alive. Now, if that wish wouldn't have been made by Pilaf and them, right, then that Mai in the future will be a hell of a lot older. She might even be dead. Because I think the present day Mai is like, what, fucking 60 or something like that? So, as an 80-year-old gray-haired ass motherfuckers, no way Trunks will fell in love with that Mai in the future. Because we know at the end of the Zamasu arc, we see them both leaving from the present day to start a whole new life over in a whole new timeline, right? We see that, so we know they're going to get together. We know this. This present day Mai and this present day Trunks is planting the seeds to keep those two together, because you know down the line, if the manga and the anime continues, they always retcon shit. That's just like the same. That's just what they do. That's what Toriyama and them do. I have a feeling that they might dive back into that. That's my opinion, but I believe if it goes on long enough, because that future Trunks is so fucking goddamn insanely popular, like die-hard ass Trunks. Y'all guys remember? Dun, 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 dun. I remember when Trunks first hit the scenes back in the day, man, with that fucking melody. The Bruce Faulkner melody. Oh my God, like insanely popular. Like, it doesn't get no better than that. Insanely popular. His character development, it just, you felt bad for him, but at the same time, you knew he was a hard ass, right? So it wouldn't surprise me if fans would like to know if Trunks and Mai have a kid, What happened? Did they start a new colony? What happened? You know, they gotta be productive and reproduce and populate. So it only makes sense that Mai survived the androids. It only makes sense because the Mai in the present isn't dead.
So she becomes this sort of Sarah Connor, John Connor hybrid
Some
from
fucking Terminator.
of course,
Yeah.
and becomes this sort of hero, even though she's just a human that has no powers. Trunks, of course, is
she got that power.
Superpowered son of the prince, so you know he's going to be very useful. But in the future timeline, Trunks and Mai do have what seems to be a romantic relationship.
Oh, they Trunks plowing that. Hey man, just call it the way it is. Trunks is plowing that in the future, man. After everything that man done been through, lost his daddy, lost his mentor, fucking his mom died, fucking goddamn. I mean, everybody that he knew is dead. It's dead. And the only happiness he got and has at this moment is protecting the innocent Earthlings, which all of them still die. Like Zeno came and just eradicated their whole fucking timeline. No mercy at all. Just wiped out everybody and everything from existence. So there is absolutely no way that Trunks can bring his mom back unless he learns about the Super Dragon Balls and try to bring her back in his new timeline, which I don't think he's going to bother with that. I don't bringing Vegeta and them back. I mean, who knows? That's why you can dive so much into that timeline now, because Zamasu just reset, not just Zamasu, Zeno reset the whole damn thing. We eradicated every motherfucker, right? But the point is, Trunks is lonely. You know he's smashing mine. Come on, call it out. It is. Geekdom. Come on, man. Stop. You know he's smashing that puss, man. You know he is. Romantic my ass. They winking eyes at each other and shit, and he blushing for mine. That's why when he seen it as a kid, he was like, oh my God, that's mine. He was happy Trunks is in that. That's his woman. That's his. Call it, man. Call it.
Though Toriyama himself has admitted multiple times in the past that he's not very good at writing romance. This is why you oftentimes see couples getting together off screen. Bulma and Vegeta got together officially off screen.
Hey, y'all. Vegeta was a savage. Poor Yamcha. Woman, where's my towel? like, hey, when Vegeta came back trying to find Goku, right before the Trunks saga, right, in Dragon Ball Z, and he got off the little Capsule Corp spaceship, and he was all stinky and shit, and he was walking behind Bulma staring at her ass. You see Yamcha's off in the distance. Poor Yamcha, he's the butt of all jokes. He's like, but that's my woman. How dare you, Bulma? But Vegeta's like, yo, this is mine. I'm a bad man. With that pink ass shirt on, like, that was some of the best moments in Dragon Ball Z history, man. And I'm not even talking about Android 18. Krillin became, look, hey, y'all remember Eddie Murphy in Raw? I mean, in the first 48, in 48 hours, the first part of it, when he stuck his chest out and he said, like a piece of pussy make you brave, man. Like a pussy make you brave. that's how Krillin was. When Krillin stood up to sell and shit, that's my woman. He stuck his chest all out and shit. That pussy control, hey. That pussy make you brave, man.
Krillin, same thing. Gohan and Videl and Goku and Chi-Chi.
Gohan got some of that puss. What happened to Gohan? Videl! Y'all remember the World Martial Arts Tournament when Spoken Fish was smacking her up, smacking her ass up left and right? Yeah, you know it. You know it. What? Come on, man. What? Please. And we won't talk about Goku and Chi-Chi. When Goku finally got some of Chi-Chi, he was just gone. Even though he slapped her ass, they don't want to talk about this. Even though he smacked her out of the house, inadvertent pat on the back during the Android saga when they was training, right? Smacked her out the house through a tree. Family violence. He should have got arrested, but they didn't arrest him. You know, that's his woman. That's his woman. Now, Vegeta ain't never smacked Bulma. But Goku can smack Chi-Chi out of the goddamn house through a tree. Didn't even kill her. That's a cold bitch. That's Ox King's daughter, man. Cold bitch. All I'm saying is, that vagina is a hell of a drug. I'm going to steal a Rick James line. Instead of cocaine, that badge is a hell of a drug. I'm telling you.
At some interaction, there was some development there on screen, but the real romance romantic stuff like the dates and things like that, most of that stuff was off screen. It's just something that Toriyama has admitted is not one of his strong suits. There are obviously other manga writers who are much better.
Oh, yeah.
But admittedly so, it's not his forte. Nevertheless, in the future timeline, her body has grown up back to being an adult again. So at no point in that timeline did she ever get the Dragon Balls or figure out a way to become her regular age again. But what's going on here is
look, I don't think she want to be an 80-year-old witch. I mean, think about it. What's her name? She been dead and gone, but she was on Botox like fucking crazy. It wasn't Farrah Fawcett. Who was that? Who was that, man? She died. Actually, she died. I can't think of her name. You guys, some of you guys know who I'm talking about, man. She was all over the place. Oh Lord have mercy. She used to do the goddamn red carpet, I think. Shit, it'll come to me, man. But she was addicted to Botox. Every time you seen her, she was getting Botox injections and shit. She actually died after having an injection. She was heading home. I think she collapsed right outside her fucking apartment in New York. It's gonna come to me. Gonna come to me after I make this video. I'm about to just put the name at the bottom, but she was addicted to Botox. She didn't want to look her fucking age, and they inadvertently killed her ass. It did. It'll come to me. It'll come to me.
Woman who is much older than she actually is, stuck in a child's body. Now, this is not the first time something like this has happened. Let's go back to Dragon Ball GT.
Exactly.
Goku was wished to be a kid, ironically enough, by Pilaf. And for the entirety of the rest of GT, with the exception of his Super Saiyan 4 transformation, he has the body of a child. And a lot of people were questioning, well, what about Chi-Chi? That is her husband. At no point in Dragon Ball GT do I remember...
Hey, kid Goku still hitting that shit, but he probably going to Super Saiyan 4 just to, you know, so his balls could drop. But he was hitting that shit.
For there being even a joke of Chi-Chi being attracted to Kid Goku. I can't remember that once in GT. Interestingly enough, she actually was more attracted to Super Saiyan 4 Goku, which is, of course, Goku once again being a fully grown adult, but, you know, he looks a little bit different than the Goku that she remembers because of the modifications to your body that Super Saiyan 4 gives you. But to me,
which, in my opinion, a lot of guys ask me what's my favorite transformation of all time. It will have to be Super Saiyan 4 in GT. It's a real transformation. And then followed by Super Saiyan 3 Goku. But I mean, Super Saiyan 4 is by far the greatest transformation in all of fucking the Dragon Ball franchise. Not even Ultra Instant Goku comes close. That is a bona fide transformation. Super Saiyan 3 is probably my second favorite. It is. Followed by Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. Cause even though it was a hair swap with the lightning and stuff like that, it was a serious transformation. It was badass. But nothing can compare to Super Saiyan 4 transformation. When Goku did it. When Vegeta did it, it was Blutz waves and Deuce and all that. But when Goku did it, badass.
Weird. It's just a story that they came up with that I wasn't a big fan of, but it wasn't the worst thing in the world. But I digress. Trunks and Mai were together in the future timeline, and I did a video back when the Future Trunks arc was first airing in 2016 where I discussed Mai's age. Specifically, the video came out August 14, 2016, and it was called How Old is Mai in Dragon Ball Super, and it was all about the fact that we have a grown woman inside the body of a adult woman. But again, at this point in the Dragon Ball timeline, Future Trunks is in his 30s, and Mai is, well, I mean, depending on your perspective, either she's in her 30s or she's in her 60s.
Fucking
so
60, man.
60s,
fucking
but
60.
with the body of a 30-year-old. Now,
yeah.
Everyone has their own viewpoint on this, but from my perspective, it doesn't really matter because they're both fully grown adults. It doesn't matter to me what's going on here. What's weird is what they chose to do with the present timeline counterparts. In the Future Trunks arc, we find out that Kid Mai develops a crush on Future Trunks during one of the times when Trunks from the future was in the present, and that would sort of be I guess, loosely connected to
It is. It is. Geekdom, you know, it's like it's somewhat like the butterfly effect, Geekdom. Now you know this. Come on now. For that young Trunks, for that young Mai, who was still a grown ass woman in a kid's body, to fall in love with Trunks in the past is what set up the future Mai to fall in love with that Trunks. It only makes logical sense. It's no need to speculate this. It makes logical fucking sense. That's the way that Toriyama and them want us to view this, you know. And that's why they're telling the story now the way that they are in fucking Super, right? In this manga chapter. A lot of us is just like, we know how old Mai is, and Trunks is just a teenager. It's like, it's not really sexual, not sexual. It's not really fucking child molestation. She ain't did anything yet. I believe she knows if she was to give him some, he'll probably lose his fucking shit, because Mai ain't had no wanker and God's know how long. So you know she's just hotter than the Sahara Desert down there. So I mean, that's the way they want you to tell the story. They're setting it up that way. And it's not that we have a problem with that. It's just we're reading this shit like, you do realize that this woman is like 80 years old. And Trunks is going to be getting this old puss. Everybody's seen how she looked at him when he rescued her in this last fucking chapter. When he was caught in the air and she realized, okay, I've been saved like this before by Trunks. That's why they gave us her mind. When she looked at him and she can see through the mask, like, this is Trunks. She didn't say it outright, but then she was like, I feel some type of way for the Sailman X guy. And Trunks wanted to tell her that it's him. So we know she's going to fall in love with Trunks. She just wants Trunks to admit it. But that'll come down the line. It's kind of like how, but they'll figure out who Gohan was. And that's when she fell in love with Gohan. After the tournament, by the way, she was like, Gohan is a great Sailman and the golden warrior that killed Cell, whatever you want to call him. So it is what it is.
Counterpart Mai, and because of that, we have this weird, unique situation where we have Kid Mai from the present timeline crushing on future Trunks, and we have Kid Trunks crushing on present Mai, who's actually older, but in a kid's body. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. But if you watch anime,
it ain't weird.
Watched anime for
hey, it ain't weird. That's that lolly shit. That's that Toriyama shit. I told you. That's Toriyama Sensei shit.
Or even read manga, you know that the Japanese are very different than people in the West when it comes to their perspective on things.
They are.
And their sense of
Chainsaw Man.
Unusual for some. And because of that, it is what it is. Ultimately, having a kid develop a crush on an adult, these things happen even in the real world.
That's
obviously, it's not even something that's unrealistic or even weird. What's weird is if the adult reciprocates back to the kid.
That's very weird.
Where things start to get a little bit strange. Now,
ain't strange. That's sick.
Not to go down this rabbit hole, but if you know anything about Japanese culture, specifically, you know, certain anime and manga, there is a market for strange adult-child
that is true
relationships. It's something that I know is out there. It's not something something that I watch or read. I'm not really a big fan of it. I find it not really up my cup of tea. You know what I mean?
It's just, hey, hold on. Call it what it is, Geekdom. If you're gonna be real with it, call it what it is. It's fucking disgusting. Anybody that'll sit back and watch that type of shit or read that type of shit and it entertains them, that's just fucking disgusting. That's what it is. It's disgusting. So, but that is true. There's a lot of manga out there, some anime out there of the Japanese culture that, you know, will make you throw the fuck up. You know, it's a lot of lolly shit going around. It's a lot of that out there. Matter of fact, I found a YouTube channel on here. I'm going to discuss that here probably tomorrow before I depart for my anniversary getaway. And this guy, all he does is put up 15 to 20 second clips of, and I can't click them because the thumbnail is letting you virtually know there's probably some sexual shit going on, but that's you got some people that enjoy that type of shit. It is what it is. But, you know, I don't think Toriyama always, in my opinion, had a thing for some inappropriate relationships. And the way he would do it in Dragon Ball, he didn't go too far with it, but just enough to let you know that, hey, you know, this is how we do things over here in the East, you know. Japan, that's how we do things over here. You know, we're in the West. Gotta go West. Versus us over here in the East. Gotta go West. So that's how they do things. It is what it is. So
in Japan, not so much in other places, but nonetheless, the Japanese have their own mentality on certain things. But I digress. It is my personal opinion that Trunks and Mai being together in the future timeline, with everything that we know and everything I just said, it doesn't seem that problematic.
Nope.
But now we have Dragon Ball Super's manga covering the events of the prequel to Dragon Ball Super Superhero. And the focus has once again come back to Trunks, and because of that, the focus has also been on Mai. We now have in this new storyline a situation where Trunks is trying to basically hook up with Mai. They are both during this part of the present.
Hey, he's 16 years old. His dick is hard. He's going through puberty, man. Well, he's 15, 16, somewhere around there. So that's only natural. And Mai is an actual woman in a kid's body. And she's going to fall in love with him. She's going to fall in love with him. And I hope to God that it waits. Because, see, if she gives him a kiss at any time in this prelude, or at any time in the arc, if the next time skip doesn't happen before she kisses him, she is a child molester. She is a child predator. I'm calling it now. Now, if it's a kiss on the cheek, whatever. If she kissed them lips, child predator. Child predator, man. They better give us at least another 3 or 4 year time skip. That way Trunks is grown. It's like some Hugh Hefner shit, right? You know, if Trunks is 18, Mike can be 70 years old. He's legally grown. But then again, over in Japan, I think the age of consent is like 16 or 17. Like it's a little different over there. So I hope they don't. Oh my God. Oh fuck, man.
Timeline. They're both teenagers, even though Mai is still an older lady stuck in a teenager's body, going to school, and Trunks is asking her out to movies and trying to
get them
show
draws
off on the basketball court and do all kinds of things that teenagers do to impress the girl that they like.
Try to get them draws.
What's also going on here is that Mai is, at the moment, as of Dragon Ball Super manga chapter 88 and 89, not really interested in the present timeline. Trunks,
that's not true. That's not true. If anybody read that manga, that last chapter, which I did, Mai was more interested in why the hell this guy is one-upping Trunks. She was more focused on why is this going to fuck on, you know. Now, at the beginning of the chapter, man, she probably really wasn't too happy about going to school. She really liked working, from what it seemed like. But when she got to the school, and Trunks was trying to show out on the basketball court, and she seen that dude dodge Trunks and all this shit, she trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. Of course, at this time, I'm not interested in Trunks. I know what he can do. And that's when she put 2 and 2 together. I think this guy's an android. Now, after that, when Trunks rescued her, she gave the normal feeling that, you know, she's in love with him. Now, it's still 10 minutes left in your video, so I'm going to get ready to end this here in a second. But that's, I mean, they left it where we know she's going to fall in love with him, basically, when he saved her.
And number one, Mai might know that Trunks is not the same one as the one from the future and is also actually a teenager.
That doesn't matter. She's seen the future Trunks, so she knows that he's more inclined to most likely grow up and really take on a lot of his characteristics. He may not become that same Trunks because the situation that he's in is totally different from the situation that the future Trunks is involved in, well, was involved in, with losing everything as a kid and all that and growing up very tough. But it's still Trunks. And he's going to take some of those boneheaded characteristics, so that sternness from Vegeta, that smart mindset from his mom, maybe not as much, but, you know, he's going to grow and look just like that future Trunks, most likely. Might not have the same attitude, but the power and all that, well, he ain't going to have that Super Saiyan rage. Well, we don't know that. He might get it. They teased it, you know, with Trunks from the future, so he might get it. But she still has that picture of future Trunks, and when she stares at this present day Trunks, she know this is the man that he's gonna grow up to be. But she can't fall in love with the future Trunks because they're two totally different Trunkses. That's why this Trunks right here is taking on the Saiyaman persona, because he can't follow. It's impossible. So she's gonna fall in love with this Trunks based on the Saiyaman's, you know, prestige and him saving her. She's a damsel in distress. That's what this is setting up to be. Two different ways Demise fell in love with Trunks, but ultimately, she's going to fall in love with Trunks.
Whereas she is an adult in a teenager's body, so she may be able to block out any kind of attraction.
That pussy's crazy.
Plus, you have to understand that future Trunks and present Trunks are very different characters, and there's a reason as to why future Trunks is way more popular. He is way cooler.
Yeah.
He comes from this
that I fucking agree with.
Timeline. He's a survivor. He's got some daddy issues, but
daddy
he loves his mom, and ultimately he winds up being
fucking daddy issues. He got a fucking daddy issues.
Finally defeat 17 and 18, but
his daddy's dead.
He's so cool and confident when he fights Frieza,
and the fucked up thing is, when he finally meet his dad, he wishes his dad was dead. And then they made up at the end of Cell Saga, and they've been cool ever since then. Vegeta kind of beat the fuck out of him when he came back to the past from his future timeline to train, and you know, he sucked him in after Trunks did that big old Super Saiyan grade for him when he got all jacked like fighting Cell to suck Vegeta in, and then he hit him, and then Vegeta really gave him that work. That shit was funny as fuck. But Trunks loved his daddy. He loved his daddy, but he done did more things than Vegeta could ever do. He killed Frieza, and he killed Cell. He knew he was imperfect Cell. And he killed both the androids, which the androids humiliated Vegeta. Well, Android 18 did. I wonder how the fuck the gatherings are. Android 18 broke Vegeta's arm and she's banging Krillin. God, they fucked it. There you go. My guy can't get a break. Vegeta can't get a break at all, man.
Or present Trunks, he's not a bad character, but he's really just a kid. We became acclimated to this version of Trunks in the Buu saga specifically, but even in the Dragon Ball Super stuff, he's not really well utilized.
No.
I would say that in Dragon Ball GT,
yes,
he had a lot more screen time, especially in the first arc.
He was a lot different.
How he was in Super,
yep.
But they are different people, despite being the same person biologically. In Dragon Ball Super manga chapter 89, there was a scene where Trunks, disguised in his alter ego as Saiyaman X1, saves Mai from the beta android fighting force that was created by Dr. Hedo, and there's a scene where she fantasizes about future Trunks. So what that's implying is that Mai still has a crush.
She didn't fantasize about future Trunks. Why would she fantasize about future Trunks? She's fantasizing about the present day Trunks. There is no way that she's fantasizing about the future Trunks. Why would she? Why? Because she's seen that Trunks when he came and she blushed for him. She ain't seen that Trunks in years. In years. So,
which is harkening back to the Dragon Ball Super thing where present Trunks likes present Mai likes future Trunks. And you would assume that future Trunks.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, you are right. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing the panel right now. See, okay. Yeah. You know, now I look at, yeah, it is future Trunks. So hey, I corrected myself. Gotta correct myself. See, when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I didn't see that sore on the back of his back. I do now. So hey, I'm wrong. So okay, but that will make her more attractive to this Trunks. They will make her more attracted to this Trunks. So see, I'm looking down at the panel. I'm actually looking at it now. Yeah, that is the future Trunks. Hey, I was wrong. See, I can admit when I'm wrong. So okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. But that still don't necessarily mean that she won't fall in love with this Trunks, because it is indeed Trunks. And the Sailman X1 version of that Trunks saved her life. And it brought back emotions and feelings from that future Trunks. So Trunks is gonna get laid, man. It's gonna get laid. It's gonna get fucking laid. It's gonna get real.
But it makes you wonder, where is this going? Is present Trunks going to eventually become future Trunks?
Hey, the way he grabbed her, brought those feelings back. So that right there should tell you, he grabbed me the same way the future Trunks did. Oh my God. This is the same guy. That's what's going on with her ass right now.
Sense of not only maturing to a fully adult body, but maybe he'll develop some of his cool traits and Mai will eventually fall for him, or what's going to really happen here? Bulma is aware that Mai is much older than Trunks, but it's apparently a strange situation where she hasn't told Trunks that Mai is not really a teenager. So
I don't think she is, and she won't, because you know, if she tells Trunks that, then it might inadvertently, well, I would say might, it will inadvertently affect the future Trunks and Mai relationship. So it's best for her not to say anything. I believe that's why she hasn't said anything yet, because she's seen that Mai and Trunks are indeed in love when Trunks and Mai came back from the future. When Goku and them instant transportation back, or went back to we went and got them, went back to the present day with the time skip shit, right? So I don't think she's gonna tell him. That's something that can really have, you know, disastrous consequences in the future daytime. So anyway, you guys go check out the rest of Geekdom's video. I ran on long enough. Pretty much Geekdom's, the way it's going, it seems like that it's weird to him. It's weird to a lot of us. But yeah, I gotta correct myself. I didn't really pay attention to that panel. Yeah, that was indeed future Trunks. See, even I make mistakes from time to time. I make them, I correct my fucking self. So anyway, I mean, you know, you see my live stream and you took that and you made a good 20-minute video from 5 minutes of us roasting Mai and Trunks' relationship. But it was some pretty good goddamn insight in there. So I gotta give Geekdom fucking credit. See, I can give Geekdom credit when credit is fucking due. So anyway, guys, I got some more content I'm working on. I got some Leon Longevity stuff I gotta update you guys on. I got Greg Doucette videos in the works right now, and I got a Nick Trigili video in the works right now, and a Donald Trump in China video in the works right now. So I got some content that I'm working on today. Gonna try to get them all uploaded today, and give you guys something to watch and laugh at. So hope you guys are having a good day, and yeah, Mai and fucking Trunks. Old puss. He's gonna get some old vintage puss. Lucky motherfucker. I'm out, guys.